Who? Oh, hit the like button. Share this with your mama and your daddy and your cousin. And hit the bell if you want to show some loving. We just trying to level 1 and get the name buzzing. What a day that'll be. Double time, double fine, double A battery. Double mid twins trying to jump my anatomy. If you don't leave a like, you shouldn't have the audacity. Power of the mind got an X mentality. Couldn't put them on, now you X-Man mad at me. Haters out here acting like it happened automatically. So if I give them game, then it's turn-based strategy. Whoa, used to be the guy they was ignoring. Sleeping on the keys, I'm an all cap snoring. That's just what happened when your podcast boring. I'ma tell them take 2 and call it doctor in the morning. I'ma tell them take 2 and call it doctor in the morning. Yeah, I'ma tell them take doctor in the morning. I'ma tell them take 2 and tell them take 2 in the morning.
What's going on, people? Fame Entertainment here from level1gaming.com. And congratulations, you guys are leveled up to 17. This is the Oh My God, Are They Robbing Me with Those Hoodies On, also known as the Take 2 podcast. Yes, I didn't have no hoodie on before, but since Hugger decided she wanted to be cosplay as a Unabomber today, I was like, let me put my hoodie on too. I ain't got no hat or sunglasses around, but I can put a hoodie on too. Because listen, I'm going to tell you right now, if Hugger going to get into something, I'm going to get into something too. She robbing the bank, I'm the getaway driver. And
we in this together.
So she got a hoodie on, I got a hoodie on. What's going on, sis?
Not much. What's going on with you? Just here to talk some small news and talk some WandaVision, because I mean, there should be a WandaVision podcast at this point.
At this point, we only got 2 episodes left, so we can't really label ourselves a WandaVision podcast. I wouldn't
Disney Plus podcast.
I wouldn't mind having a Marvel podcast.
We could.
Maybe we can do it.
We'll talk about this after, because I got some ideas for things.
Okay.
But I'm here. Fame, he just ate. Dallas and Baron just went live with the PlayStation State of Play. And it's all good in the world of level 1 today.
Dallas said he got a hoodie.
So
it's Hoodie Thursday.
It is.
It's Hoodie Thursday. You
just got it some days.
This is what we doing today. But listen, you got to do us a favor. Shout the stream out. We're going to jump into it. You know what? Let's roll the dice. Hugger, you want to go games and development hell, or the notion of games and development hell, or do you want to go WandaVision?
Let's leave WandaVision towards the end, because people they hear spoilers and then they leave. It's like, no, let's talk about this.
And so if you're, before we get to WandaVision stuff, spoiler alert, and listen, you got a couple of hours before the next episode, so what are you doing with your life if you ain't watched it already? Just keeping it above.
You literally have enough time to watch all the episodes right now before the next one comes up.
Yes, and like I said, as soon as WandaVision ends, we got Falcon and Winter Soldier. So you got WandaVision, the last 2 episodes, and then you got that 1 week of making of WandaVision, and then you got Falcon and Winter Soldier. So
Can't what it is. Wait to see the behind the scenes. They did so much cool stuff.
So this game is a mouthful to say, so I'm gonna allow my sister to say it. What is this game called again?
It's Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Yes. So, and actually, I wasn't aware of this. Hugger actually put me onto this, that they actually scrapped their entire development team. So, seeing that, and also hearing the rumors of Dying Light 2, which is the obviously sequel to the hit game Dying Light that people absolutely love, the parkour zombie apocalypse title that people are absolutely in love with, that they're having development issues. So then the topic comes up that we start to see about games being in development hell. So with that, I do want to ask you, Hugger, games in development hell. Like, when you hear that, like, what do you think of? Because I mean, I think losing an entire development team, you're definitely in development hell.
Yeah, losing an entire team is hell. But I was telling Trevor this when we did a Cogs and Machine. I was not like super impressed with what we saw in was it the Xbox show or the PlayStation show early 2020 where they had trailers of it running, and I was like, ooh, that's not because Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines is a classic game. Like it is probably one of the most beloved like monster vampire games out there right now. So to see them just scrap the whole team after we know 2 years development, who knows how long it's been, is kind of, is this game ever going to come out? Like they have a lot. It's like releasing a Mass Effect. You have a lot to live up to with that game coming out, and you can't half-ass it. So it's like, was the team just not talented enough to do it? Not saying not talented enough. Was there like CD Projekt Red? Was there somebody saying, "I want this to be in here"? Did they have feature bloat, or was it just the team had to move on to other things? It's I just don't know the behind the scenes, and I'm so curious because you don't hear about the entire team being replaced very often. I can probably count on one hand how many times that's happened recently, at least.
And I think the the term development hell is kind of thrown around a lot because what do you consider like I think everyone considers development hell differently. Definitely in this example, you're in development hell, but then you think about something like Halo Infinite. We've heard the rumors of Halo Infinite having issues in development as far as people wanting to go in different directions. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
they showed the game off, and Microsoft was obviously okay with showing the game off because they showed it just to
Mm-hmm.
delay the game because everyone was harping on it. And then they say, oh, the leaks begin to come out that there was maybe some conflict in development. So is it that you got developers who just maybe aren't as talented, or you got maybe you have a development head who isn't like fully in control of his staff, and so they have different directions they're trying to take the game. Like, what is
Mm-hmm.
development head? And I think this is definitely a key example of it. And it sucks. I really hate to hear that term because these developers work extremely hard daily, right? They're
Mm-hmm.
constantly working. We hear about the crunch they go through, and to hear that a game, more specifically Dying Light 2, having development issues, it makes you worried because development issues turn into games being canceled. Because that's the very next step.
Mm-hmm.
Like typically when you hear about a game having issues, like a month later you hear about the game being canceled. I.e. Scalebound. Scalebound
Yeah.
was in development hell. And then it got
And then you
canceled.
get games like I don't know if it was ever officially canceled. There's I can't remember the website. It was a Sleeping Dogs MMO that you could play. It's not officially canceled. It's still listed as in development. So is that like a develop? We know they're not working on it. It was slated to come out like 2 years after Sleeping Dogs. Is that a development hell? Nobody's working on it anymore, clearly, but it's still not canceled.
I think somebody said our mic is slow. Let me crank the mics up. My apologies. Thank you guys for the audio checks. I'll crank both mics up on both ends, and y'all let us know if you still having those audio issues because it may be your headset, my brother. And I'm sorry to hear that. Shout out to y'all in the
And
chat,
then
Chakalaka Trevor, Maury Calamari. I think that's the first time I've seen your name. We appreciate you coming through and rocking with us, man. I saw Lil Toxicity, who I'm starting to believe is AKA the Glickstendo. Let us know if that's you. Hugger loud,
another
fame low. Okay.
another Chakalaka just brought up two good examples. Development held that two games that you could definitely qualify that did, or one did get canceled. Dead Island 2 never came out,
Mm-hmm.
and Beyond Good and Evil. What's going on with that?
Does that game
Beyond
exist?
Good and Evil 2.
Does
There
it does
is
it
gameplay
exist?
for it.
Because I say this with hesitancy because I was on the Perfect Dark Dead Exist train and you guys kept telling me that it was dead. And so now I'm hesitant to now say it's because I mean how long have we been sitting to see anything else of this game?
Yeah. I mean, a game we can definitely put in development hell because they didn't show anything, and then like we're rebooting it, Skull and Bones.
Wow, I forgot about that game.
Right?
I forgot about that game. That was supposed to be like the Sea of Thieves killer, which I don't think Sea of Thieves needs
Mm-hmm.
a killer because it's not like Sea of Thieves is a popular game. Don't get me wrong, but it isn't like oh my
Yeah.
god, it's a God of War type game. It needs something that you can call. Just remember, like what was that game that PlayStation had was supposed to be the Halo killer?
Haze.
Yeah, hey, yeah. I don't think Sea of Thieves wants a Halo killer. And the fact that you said Glickstendo, who that? That's definitely the Glickster.
And the fact that you only showed up last night after I was talking to a certain somebody on Discord about Anthem, and you came in hella toxic about Anthem last night.
That's definitely the Glickster.
We ain't dumb.
Oh yeah, that
Hustle's
PS4
right.
game, the what? Oh no, go with Hustles.
Hustle's right. Beyond Good and Evil 2 right now is vaporware.
Yeah.
I don't think it exists.
Yeah.
Same with Skull and Bones.
Yeah, out of there, and it's crazy because so many people were excited about, and that's what sucks. If it's a game you didn't really care about, like this Vampire Masquerade, I could care less, right? But games I cared about, instead of talking about something like Scalebound, like the concept of Scalebound, I'm still in love with it. Like I would love for someone to give me that. I don't care who made it. I would prefer to be platinum, but the concept of that game had me super excited, right? And just for it to go through development hell and get canceled, it sucks. So if it's a game you cared about, like when you hear development hell, like tighten your cheeks, fam, because the very next thing is that game is being canceled. It is gone.
Because there's a difference between development hell and we just don't hear a lot about the game. And that's what I'm thinking, like Metroid Prime. They did the whole studio too, or took a whole chunk of the studio out. Bayonetta 3, that's never going to come out at this point. I think they're done with Bayonetta, even though Bayonetta is probably Platinum's most popular game right now, unfortunately or fortunately.
Both.
Yeah. I mean, we all know my deep love for Bayonetta, for women over 8 feet tall, so it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Listen, now this is how important this show is to me, right? So look, Fame is no longer a peasant. Fame is no longer a peasant. And I haven't even connected it, right? So I finally grew up and got the Series X, right? Shout out to my wife for letting me spend so much money. And I haven't even connected it because that's how important the show is to me, because there's no way that we can have, while we got 2 weeks left, we cannot sit here and talk WandaVision, because who's been sending all the PlayStation games to PC? It was Agatha all along. Yo, listen. Here's the beauty of what I think Kevin Feige and Disney and Marvel, they did. Because 99%, I don't want to use that number. A huge number of people who have even the slightest knowledge of the comics and who Agatha Harkness is knew Agnes was her from jump.
Spoilers.
And
spoilers. This is your spoiler warning. If you don't want to hear about WandaVision, even though you have plenty of time to catch up on all of it right now, spoilers.
Who's that?
That's your warning.
Spoil the show. It was Agatha all along. Oh. Listen. The fact that they knew this, and probably knew this going in, and then decided to make that song as funny as it is and as sly as it is, because we kind of knew who she was, and to do that was absolutely genius. But your thoughts on the last episode and your expectations for tomorrow. And I pray to God, somebody confirm, is this still 32 minutes, 34 minutes? Because we was told 6 hours. We was told WandaVision was 6 hours. That means we got like 2 hours worth of show left, but we only got 2 episodes. So either these last episodes...
They probably are, because this is the first time we ever got like an after credit scene as well.
That is true. It better be an hour the next 2 episodes, or it better be, if it's 32 minutes, the last episode better be an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But your thoughts on the last episode and expectations for tonight and or tomorrow?
I always like to start off talking about WandaVision by praising Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen. They're killing their characters. They didn't get to develop them in Avengers movies, and they are really... You can start to see the seams falling apart. This episode, my God. No Reed Richards. Okay. But Fame brought up Skrull. We'll get into that. Uh,
'Cause
Maria,
I really think.
Maria doing her thing, being boss ass bitch. Wanda very clearly cracking at the seams and losing her mind just a bit. Vision now has all the information. He now knows who he is, what he is, and what he's supposed to be doing. So that's going to be interesting because they still haven't met yet. So they're going to confront each other. And it was Agatha all along, man. And when I brought up last week, when you watch the episodes, you see her mirroring Wanda's clothes, or most of the clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know why.
Yo, can we like have just like a moment to realize that the beauty of this show, Elizabeth Olsen,
Oof.
Kat Dennings.
Oh, there's so much beauty in this show.
I can't pronounce Monica Rambeau's character's name. It's
Yeah,
I'm about to look it up. It's Tayona. Somebody tell me. I could be wrong. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like
Gorgeous.
Wow. Like and Kat Dennings.
You know,
if you ain't had a crush on Kat Dennings since forever, I don't know what's wrong with you.
yeah, you missing out on life.
Ridiculous.
At first, when I saw, I
And
can't remember the actress.
Of course, the floor hugger is so fine. Hello, King Arthur.
Jesus Christ. It's not King Arthur. The actress who plays Agatha, or Agnes, I was
what's her
surprised.
name? Catherine Hahn.
Catherine Hahn. I was surprised by the choice because lately she's been in a lot of, except for that M. Night Shyamalan horror movie, she's been in a lot of comedy roles, and I'm like, can I take her seriously? Because she always plays, that eccentric character that's like,
And she's pretty eccentric in this. I fell in love with her for the first time in Step Brothers. And I was like, she's freaking hilarious, yo. And Trevor say, what is it, Trevor? Yeah, Catherine Hahn is banging. She is like the whole like women's set is. I mean, they did. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
They did their thing, but to me, like the way the post credit scene was set up, it still leaves a lot to question what's happening, right? Because obviously, what's going on underneath Agatha's house is technically outside of the hex, because people have been bringing it up, and I've been noticing, telling my wife, every time they go between the real world and the hex, the show changes. You get the black bar, it's down.
Mm-hmm.
It switches
out from widescreen to full screen.
Yes, and lets you know whether you're in the show, whether you're not, whether you're in the hex or not in the hex. So underneath Agatha's house, they're not technically in the hex. I'm still wondering, like, because Agatha's not the big bad of the show.
No, she helps Wanda.
Yeah, she's not the big bad of the show, but she's, in my mind, she's obviously wanting or using Wanda's powers to open up the multiverse for something that she's wanting, whether it's for her, whether it's for Mephisto or someone else. Like, what is she truly after? Because Agatha the Harkness is not necessarily evil or good. Like, she's sort of like told...
She's an anti-hero.
Yeah, she kind of walks the line, right? So whatever is happening, it could be for, other reasons. I keep seeing theories that Mr. Scratchy is her son.
Billy and Tommy.
No. Names. Agatha's son.
Oh. She murdered him, though.
And so, but I'm saying theories that might possibly be her son, or she's open up the multiverse to get her son. Like, she's obviously, knows Wanda can do it. Wanda's power can help. I still think this Quicksilver is Fox's Quicksilver. This isn't the character playing the character in the show. I do think it's Fox's Quicksilver. I do think the multiverse is open, or it is opening, and this is opening up the door. Because, of course, as we know, this leads to Multiverse of Madness, which unfortunately is next year. That's 2022. You know what?
I'll give them time. Because with how well they did and how like movie quality they did the effects, I'll give them time.
But
I'll let them.
Spider-Man is this year, so whatever, we're rumors have it that Spider-Man is supposed to be diving into the multiverse. It's supposed to be all three Spider-Mans in this film. So obviously, WandaVision ends with the multiverse opening or cracking open because we're going to get some type of effects of that in Spider-Man. What is it called now? No Going Home.
Yeah.
And then Multiverse of Madness. That's a long time. And I'm also surprised to see people complaining that, oh, there's no WandaVision season 2. Who with 2 functional brain cells would have figured that would be a WandaVision season 2 when the end of this is going to be somewhere and or around Multiverse of Madness?
Well, people like us, like we're sitting debating, and we understand what they're doing. We understand that they're setting up for other things. There's people that don't understand what's going on, that just want WandaVision. Like, I understand it's a good show. I would not be mad if they did more, but that's not the point. They're setting up for other things, and people don't get that, and that's why they're mad.
Thank you, Chocolata. Agatha's son name is Nicholas Scratch, and that freaking bunny name is Mr. Scratchy.
Mm-hmm.
That bunny is her son.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Chocolata. And so I don't know if that's part of her reason. It could be a lot of things. She could be doing it for herself, unknowingly helping out someone like Mephisto, or she is helping out someone like a Mephisto. But I'm thinking it's centering around the bunny because he always has that bunny around. I always think, I'm on Mr. Scratchy, Nicholas Scratchy.
Yeah,
it has to be. I know some people were theorizing that bunny was Doctor Strange, that she had turned Doctor Strange into Mr. Scratchy. But come on, it's too close. Nicholas Scratch, Mr. Scratchy, too close. Close.
What if it's the shotgun on the fireplace, a red herring?
That's true.
Could be. I mean, we all thought Reed Richards was going to be the scientist she called. So.
And I'm still wholeheartedly believe that old girl that actually showed up is part of the scroll. Like I am 99.9% sure that was the same girl that she played with as a kid and Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm. I believe that too.
Going to the chat here, Chocolate COVID delayed Multiverse of Madness and Spider-Man 3, so the timing is off, which is true.
Yeah.
Also, Multiverse of Madness is March 2022, so it's not that bad. That's true. It's not that. I'm impatient. I want it all.
But we'll have so much in between that. Like, we got the Loki. We'll have Winter Soldier. Who knows what else is? They might just. We'll have What If. Mm-hmm. What If is going to come out. So there's a lot of stuff that's gonna we got to look forward to. That's gonna fill our time. Loki's Disney's not gonna let them sit. Oh, I can't wait for more Loki.
Like,
I
literally,
Love and Thunder too.
Oh, literally, we're about to be Marveled out every month up until 2020. Like, we're gonna be Marvel. It's gonna be something every month, just about throughout the rest of the year, and then we got the movies, and then we're leading up to Multiverse of Madness and other stuff that they haven't yet announced. And there's so much stuff going on. Miss Marvel, exactly, Trevor. There's so much happening. If you're a Marvel fan, because I had Disney Plus the moment it came out, and it's been nothing but a tool to distract my daughter since we've had it. Now it's Daddy's turn, because I've been waiting this entire time to have something to watch on Disney Plus, and my time is finally here.
Makes it worth it. And thank you, Trevor, for letting me use your Disney Plus. Sarange.
Listen, for y'all who are watching right now, if y'all have anything, any predictions for, I keep wanting to say tonight's episode because it literally airs in a couple of hours, not a couple, like 7 hours for people. And Eternals. Yeah, there's so much Marvel. Go ahead, Hugger.
And that's the one that's going to be Angelina Jolie's going to be on that one.
Yes.
I've had a crush on Angelina Jolie since Bone Collector way back in the day. So.
I used to, man. She ain't the same.
No, I like her because she pretty much told her dad, who recently went out and made a video on why you should vote for the tangerine, and told him to go shove the pointy end of something up his somewhere. And I'm just like, thank you. I fell in love with you again.
Made my cheeks clench.
Trevor, Black Widow. We're going to talk about your cheeks clenching. Black Widow is May. I still think they need to stop pulling a James Bond No Time to Die and just release that on Disney Plus.
Is it just me, or I was excited for this, and I'm just
Yeah, because they keep pushing it back.
and plus we know it's set way back when, so it has no implications on what's happening right now. At least that's what we're thinking. It's like I'm so in tune of looking at what's coming forward with Marvel, like what's about to happen, that I don't know if I too much care about a character that's technically dead right now.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think she's dead, to be honest.
I don't think so either.
I think she came back with Gamora. That's my thoughts, but yeah, I don't know what they're trying to pull. I know they want to make their theater money, but you're aging people out of the time window for this. I mean, when it's supposed to come out like a year now, right? Like last year this time.
Yep. And speaking of that,
my hype can only go so much.
SpiderMan is they made a point to say theater only. I guess to make sure people who are not up to date and knowing that Marvel doesn't technically have the movie rights to Spider-Man aren't thinking, why is it not on Disney Plus? Why is it not on Disney Plus? But yeah, man,
they're gonna regret
I think
that.
they need to release it on Disney Plus and not that stupid Disney Premiere ish. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Disney Premiere Plus is Disney Plus Premiere is a waste, bro. Ain't nobody gonna drop $30 for this, bro. Depending on, like, if it was like Endgame level type stuff, yeah, we gonna drop the money because ain't nobody trying to go get Big Rona at the theaters. But don't do that. Don't do that.
I mean, theaters aren't even open here, so I don't know how they're even gonna try that.
I'm just saying. Yo, Chakalaka. Got a quick plug. But tonight the Flood Hugger and I are recording the podcast. Well, that's too many tonights. Okay, but I'm gonna read it anyway. Quick plug, but tonight Flood Hugger and I are recording a podcast tonight, and we'll go live first thing in the morning tomorrow. I'm sure Flood Hugger will tweet out the linky link.
You know I will. If Fame hadn't gone to sleep like an old man, he would be doing it.
Listen, y'all know my bedtime comes up early.
It's true.
Come on now.
One of my favorite scenes of this episode, though, was when Maria got her powers. Like that was
key.
Cool.
That was key, and you notice like Wanda had when she tried to throw her to the ground and she landed with that perfect hero landing and showed up with them blue eyes. Wanda was like, "Oh my god." I think for a second Wanda realized she might not have wanted the business. Like she was shocked. Like she really stood up to this. People can't stand up to my powers, and I don't know if she's gonna go by Spectrum or Phantom as we move forward, but she's a whole beast, like a whole beast. And so
that makes you think: has anybody that's had been interacted with or affected with Wanda's powers? I know the Hex is different coming back and forth. Could they start becoming? Because I mean, Tony. Rest in peace, Tony. He got affected. Black Widow was affected. I'm pretty sure Captain America, like everybody's been affected at some point by her powers.
And I need to go back and look. Someone said this to me. I don't know if it's true. You guys let me know in the chat. But in that post-credit scene when Quicksilver showed up, right? And he said Snoop was going to snoop. Did her eyes, were they blue or were they purple? As if she had been taken over as well.
Oh, I don't even
Somebody
know.
brought that up and I couldn't really see, and like on the screen, I was like, I can't tell. But somebody was like, yeah, she turned purple as well. Because if not, I mean, I don't know how Monica Rambeau, who has no concept of her powers, could stand up to Quicksilver. Like she would get worked because she don't understand how her powers work. It would be an accidental win. Like, you know how you play somebody in a fighting game and all they do is press buttons for the first time? Like, they just smash the buttons and they end up winning? Like, that's how she will win on accident, right? Because Quicksilver would give her the business. So, like, I'm really wondering. I'm going to go back and look. People are saying it was purple, but her eyes are purple like Wanda. There it is. Shakalaka said they were purple. So, technically, you know, she was taken over as well. So, is this to where... Now that Agatha has, if this is the case, I'm just speaking theoretically, if Agatha has Quicksilver, Monica Rambeau, Phantom Spectrum, whatever you want to call it, and Wanda all under her control, is this where we see Benedict Cumberbatch?
You said it right.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
There we go.
Look at you. It only took like 6 months for you to get it right. Because I remember that episode. You could not say his name.
I really thought I said it wrong, but I'm glad I know I said it.
No, you got it right.
Like, is this if they're all well, I guess Vision's still around too, so Vision could technically probably free him, but we'll see.
But Vision doesn't, like, now he knows who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Because good old beautiful Kat Dennings informed him. And now he's going to confront Wanda. He knows he can do, like, he can change his face, he can fly, he knows, but he doesn't know everything that he can do as well. So I'm curious. He knows he can die because he almost, if Wanda hadn't expanded the hex, he probably would have died.
That's a
and
lot.
Just like, how did Quicksilver know all those things, like the dead husband things and all that? That's, there's so much question.
There's a lot to unpack, and then we still got, my and other people as well, Ultron theory, that Ultron is still going to be a baddie.
Still suggests you Age of Ultron every time.
Yes, they keep telling you to go watch Age of Ultron. After every episode, first thing they say is go watch Age of Ultron.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something there.
Yeah.
So these last 2 episodes, there's a lot to unpack, and I'm hoping each episode is an hour, or at least this last, because they said 6 hours, right? And we're 4 hours in. Mm-hmm. We're 4 hours in. So come on. And I'm so sick of the show ending with 9 minutes worth of credits left.
We got to sit down and watch, or maybe I'll watch a recap video, but there's probably so much in there that I'm missing that I'm just like, I'm impatient. I don't want to watch this. I just have it on waiting for an after credit scene, which we did get this time, which
we did. And I'm glad you told me, because I wouldn't have seen it.
You would have left.
Because after 7 episodes, I've already given up on after credit scene. I had already given up. So I'm glad you said that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known. You'd have to tell me. So I had to look. Toxicity said Benedict Cumberbatch's name is crazy. It's difficult.
It's
difficult. And hey, shout out to you guys. We're at 291 subscribers. The road to 300 is coming up on us. You guys are awesome. Do us a favor. Share the stream out. Hit that like button. I see 12 people in here right now. I should see 12 likes. You feel me? You feel me? Let's make it happen. Hey, Hugger, before we dip, do you have anything before we get out of here?
I will be, like Chocolate said, I will be on his podcast tonight for tomorrow. I've read over the show notes. It's going to be good. It's going to ask some good questions. Going to get into some good conversations. I can't wait to do it. You might see me streaming tomorrow. I don't know. We did a drawing stream yesterday. Come hang out. Subscribe to the YouTube Explore Hugger. We are trying to get $2K this year. $2,000. I wish I could get $2,000. Anybody got $2,000 laying around? Pick me up a graphics card. But thank you guys for supporting Level 1 Gaming. Get all your gaming news from there. Good reviews coming up. Good news articles coming up. We brought in some new music people. It's going to be awesome.
Listen, we got some new people that's in. Possibly some new shows coming. Some other shows that are in the works. Something else that's like it's going to be airing soon, because we finally are getting the permission to play the music, which has been holding that back. But listen, get all your gaming news from level1gaming.com. Make sure you guys check out Chocolata's podcast, Ready Press Play. It'll be him and Hugger. They'll be airing that soon. Make sure you guys check it out. Tomorrow, Peep Game Podcast. Next Tuesday, Cogs in the Machine, episode 3. Next Wednesday, Double XP Podcast. It's been real. And as you guys know, I'm going to send us out with the wonderful intro by the one and only Dallas Man. We'll see y'all.
사랑해.
The music? Hot tea.
Who? Oh, hit the like button. Share this with your mommy and your daddy and your cousin. And hit the bell if you want to show some loving. We just trying to level 1 to get the name buzzing. What a day that'll be. Double time, double fine, double A battery. Double mid twins trying to jump my anatomy. If you don't leave a light, you shouldn't have the audacity. Power of the mind, got an X mentality. Couldn't put them on, now your X-Man mad at me. Haters out here acting like it happened automatically. So if I give them game, then it's turn-based strategy. Whoa, used to be the guy they was ignoring. Sleeping on the keys, I'm an all cap snoring. That's just what it happened when your podcast boring. I'ma tell him take two and call a doctor in the morning. I'ma tell him take two and call a doctor in the morning. Yeah, I'ma tell him take two and call a doctor in the morning. I'ma tell him take two and tell him take two and